She's a...
Fuck you thought.
What's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I got this cute little hair look as well as the products that I use to prep and prepare my hair. Now this style, for the longest time I've been wanting to do it, but there's all these taboos saying that box locks are too heavy, they're too damaging, it can rip out your roots, rip out your edges. If you watch my channel, you know how important my edges and my baby hairs are. So today I'm gonna show you guys how I decided to break the hair rules. Now when you wanna break any hair rules as far as don't straighten your hair, don't blow dry your hair, don't put heat on your hair, don't do this, don't do that. You wanna make sure that before you decide to break the hair rules, use products that benefit your hair. I use the Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Collection, which is made to reverse damage, nourish the hair, and fight against breakage. It basically goes against all the taboos that go against having this hairstyle. In the comments below, I wanna know how you guys break the hair rules and what products you guys use to prepare your hair. So go ahead and stay tuned and let's get right into the video. So the first few products that I'm gonna be using before I start the style is the Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Sulfate-Free Shampoo, which is nice and creamy. Like I mentioned before, this is a product line that reverses damage, strengthens and protects hair, and also restores the softness in your hair. Now this is the conditioner, and this conditioner is so thick and rich and creamy. It smells bomb and makes your hair really soft, silky, and smooth. You can feel the product working in just one use. Both of these products have ingredients like almond milk, aloe butter, and shea oil for extremely dry and over-processed damaged hair. After I wash and condition my hair, I'm going to be using the Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Ultra Nourishing Hair Mask. This hair mask smells so bomb. I'm in love with the way this collection smells, and I really like the consistency of the hair mask because it's nice and thick and creamy. It is important to use a hair mask that has beneficial ingredients. Carol's Daughter products are good because they are free of parabens, they have no artificial colors, no mineral oil, so all the ingredients in the product are going to be beneficial to your hair rather than damaging. I left the hair mask in for about 10 minutes, and after I rinse it out, I let my hair air dry. Now I'm just going to prep for my faux locks, so I'm going to put the almond milk leave-in conditioner. You do want to make sure that your hair is conditioned, but you don't want to put a product in your hair that's too heavy or that will make your hair flaky if you're leaving in the style for a long time. So I'm going to first start off by sectioning my hair, and I am going to spray a little bit of the leave-in conditioner at the root so that my hair is nourished. Then I'm going to take a piece of braiding hair and braid it in with my natural hair. This is going to be the foundation to your lock. If you're not familiar with adding braiding hair to your natural hair, it's really not that difficult. All you have to do is just add the 2 strands of the braiding hair to the 2 strands of your natural hair and braid down. You don't have to braid the braid completely down all the way. It's actually better if you leave the braid loose, and I'll go ahead and explain that at a different part of the video. After you finish your braid, you do want to make sure that you are taking out some of your baby hair, and you want to take another piece of the braiding hair and wrap it around your hair a few times so that it's nice and secure. Then you're going to take the other end of the braiding hair, wrap it around the root a few times. You don't want to make it too thick because it's not going to look good, and you don't want to put it too heavy at the root because it will pull, but you do want to make sure that it's wrapped around like maybe 2 to 3 times so that it's nice and secure. And this style is really easy. You're going to just continue wrapping all the way down. Now here you can see this is where my natural hair ends, and you're going to have to make sure that you remember the general area of where your natural hair starts and ends because you're going to have to burn the faux lock, and you don't want to go up too far and end up burning your natural hair, then have a tragedy when you take it out and your hair is burnt off and it's damaged, and you basically really defeat the purpose of a protective style and you end up ruining your hair. I'm holding the foundation of the braiding hair and just taking my other hand and I'm wrapping the hair around the braid all the way down. You want to make sure that you are wrapping it completely tight and you do not want to twist the hair. If you find yourself twisting the hair, when you get to the bottom, it's gonna be completely loose and you're gonna have to do the lock all over again. Trust me, you guys do not wanna do that because it takes a really long time, and when you have to unravel the lock, it's a mess. So make sure you're doing it right, tight the first time so you won't have to do it over. Now you guys can see I am taking a lighter and burning the braiding hair. The reason why I do this is because it makes the braiding hair stay more tight and firm. This is a complete learning process and you really learn as you go, but I just found it more beneficial if I burn the hair as I'm twisting rather than waiting to the very end. It makes the lock stay more in place. And as you guys can see here, I wanted to show you one of my mistake locks. This was me ending up twisting my hair versus wrapping my hair down. And then this is another mistake. You can see if you don't do the lock tight, it becomes really frizzy and bulky. I personally wanted this lock tutorial to be more of a messy look. I didn't want all the locks to be nice and very thin and really tight, but some of them just came out way too frizzy and way too loose. And I didn't really like the way I parted my hair at the front here. So I just decided to take this out completely and repart it so that I have 3 locks here versus 2, just so that it looks more thick and full on the top. So once again, I am going to repeat my process as far as braiding my hair, wrapping it around about 2 to 3 times, and then making sure that I'm holding the foundation braiding hair tight and taking the other one and using just my one hand and wrapping it around. I haven't been showing it in the start of every single lock, but I do spray the leave-in conditioner at the root of every single one just because it stays more firm, it stays more tight, and then my hair is nourished while I have the protective style. As you guys do a few locks, you guys are going to see what method works for you personally. I found that it was just easier if I just used one hand to hold the foundation and then the other hand and literally wrapped it all the way down. I use my index finger to hold it because I feel like it helps it stay more tight. If you don't use the index finger, then that's where the lock can loosen up. And then when you get to the very end and you burn it and then you just let it loose, the lock will unravel if you did not wrap it tight enough. Here I wanted to show you guys the difference of one of my locks that I did extremely tight and then the other lock that ended up being loose when I let it go at the end. After a few mistakes, I learned that you don't have to start the lock completely over. You can just take another piece of braiding hair and do the same thing midway into your lock. You don't have to start at the root. You don't have to rebraid. You can just literally start where the mistake is and just repeat the same process, wrap it around 3 times, make sure that it's nice and tight and that you're going all the way down and burning the hair as you go. If you guys are choosing to use this style, please, 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 please make sure that you guys are taking care of your roots. Your roots need to be moisturized while you have this style in your hair. And this is actually footage from the first lock that I used, and I did want to show you guys how I did this just because I want to show you guys that this is a learning process. So if you are trying this at home and you're frustrated and you feel like my method didn't work, my method is not going to always work best for you and your method is not going to always work for me. But I am curious if you guys do have locks or you've tried locks before, whose tutorial have you guys watched or what method do you guys use? Do you guys braid the foundation braid all the way down? Do you guys wrap it around the way I do? I'm really curious to know, so leave me some comments so I can read your guys' methods. And that concludes my video. I hope that it was really helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.